Thank you so much to everybody who has introduced themselves. Look forward to doing great things with you guys. We have given room for people to join, and we'll be starting now. Any other person that joins has to pick up from where we are. So our first speaker for today will be Hanifa. Hanifa is the programs and community manager for Ingressive For Good, and she'll be speaking to us in a few minutes. She'll be introducing herself and speaking to us. You should come and learn from Hanifa. Come and interact, and then if you have questions, you can drop the questions in the chat, or you can hold on till after she's done talking. I'm sure she would give room for questions. Yeah, please pay attention and then listen. Hanifa, welcome.
Hi everyone. Good morning. Can you all hear me fine?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm Hanifa, and I'm currently the programs and community manager at Ingressive for Good. So basically, my the whole of what I'm going to discuss today would technically kind of like be my story and how my story started with the community and is still with the community. So, um, I studied biochemistry in school, but I didn't obviously pursue biochemistry more. I did a couple of tech. I did physical. I had opportunity to learn physical computing with Python. It was interesting. I did front end. I did back end. I did data science. I did a lot of stuff. And it was all within the community because I was just kind of I was in school, so I was finding what exactly interests me and what's passion, what I like doing. Um, so in school, I and a couple of friends we started the first tech community on my campus at Lasudan, and I guess that was how the whole thing started, um, where I was building the community. We were speaking with community members and also seeing um what exactly they are interested in, right? Like getting them interested in physical computing. And I remember having to carry my desktop all the way from my hostel down to school just for people to be able to see, um, what tech was like and what physical computing was like, and stuff like that. And the community grew. Now, one interesting thing that I saw was that any new person that came, the next time they come for another event or next time they attend another one of our programs, they come with somebody else, right? They come with their friend. Um, and even sometimes a lot of people don't come back again. That's fine. But a couple of months later, you'll see them, they'll come back again, right? They'll be like, man, somebody that I came together with at the beginning is already here. So it's really really interesting what community can do for you, and depending on what you want to achieve from the community. So there's that. um Now we're looking at possibilities, we're looking at challenges. It's a lot, it's inexhaustive. One thing I like to tell my people, one thing I like to tell people is that the community will only work for you if you work for the community. And what that means is that you would don't expect that you would be in the community and just assume that things will just like come to you, things will come for you, and it will all just work out like a miracle. It doesn't. Um, so if you want the work community to work for you, you have to work for the community. Yes, please give me a couple of minutes. I'm trying to get into my ride, and when I'm inside, I'll continue. I hope that's fine. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them in the chat box.
Okay, guys. Hanifa is trying to handle something, and then she'll be back shortly. Yeah, she would be back shortly. So I don't know if any other person has joined us since we did our introduction. I think we can just take one or two more people pending when she's back. So if you have not said hi, please say hi. I want to know you. Okay, so since nobody wants to introduce themselves anymore, or there's nobody new who has joined us recently, I'll just talk pending when Hanifa gets back. So basically, what is Ingressive for Good? You might have heard Ingressive for Good because when we collected data from people, some people said they don't even know what they are doing here. They don't know what Ingressive for Good is. So I'll just be giving you guys background into Ingressive for Good. Ingressive for Good, I4G, is a non-governmental organization that helps train youths in technical skills, like help equip youths in technical skills. This is they do this maybe by offering scholarships. They offer scholarships. There has been scholarship to for software development, project management, data analysis, and so many others that I can't even remember now. But yeah, they offer scholarships so that you can come and learn and then get knowledge and start earning from your knowledge. And another thing I wanted to talk about, I heard someone say that they have been learning since they have not started earning. Um, Ayo will say that tech is not a get rich quick scheme. Yeah. So for you to earn from it, you have to put in the work. You have to not just learn, but put in the work. And one of the things you need to do is build a community. So I4G Abuja City is a community for techies in Abuja. We are coming to offer you support. We are coming to offer you hand holding. Yeah, we are like a network. We are interested in learning amongst ourselves. We are interested in growing amongst ourselves. So our speakers today are going to just teach you how best to harness this community, because it's a two-way thing. You have to give to get. You get, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but you have to give to get. You cannot just take. For you to be able to get the best of this community, you have to put in effort. You have to want to connect with people. You have to want to um share with people. You have to want to help people, because you cannot just stay and be looking for someone to always help you, but you're not offering any help. You will not be able to get the most of this community. Hanifa is not here yet. Yeah, let me just be sure. She would be back soon, but yeah. I don't know. Ayo, do you want to add anything? Okay, he said our second speaker is here. So, um, yeah. So our second speaker for today is Kamaldeen, and he's the community advocate for Ingressive for Good. So, pending when Hanifa gets back, he will just introduce himself and then let us get to know him. Kamal, I don't know if you're ready to speak now. The floor is yours.
Actually, Kama is currently driving, so I don't know if he will be able to speak. So, Kelechi, I remember you mentioned my name earlier. What are you asking me to talk about?
Okay, I said that you used to say tech is not a get rich quick scheme. So yeah, I don't know if you want to say anything to people who have been complaining that they have been learning, but they have not started
Hello,
earning
guys.
yet. Okay, Kamal is here.
Yeah, is my voice clear enough?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it's
is.
clear.
Very clear. Okay, I'm sorry. I I missed the time on my calendar. I'm so sorry about that. I should have joined at the exact time. So my name is Kamadin Kende. I'm a community advocate at Ingressive for Good. I love the work you guys are doing. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm so happy to be in your midst this morning. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. I don't know. Is anybody clapping? Nobody's clapping for our speakers, and that's not fair. Um, Ayo was saying something. Ayo, the floor is yours.
Excuse me. All right, so excuse me. So, um, tech is not um a get rich quick scheme. It is a place where you can get rich, but the quick is needed to be added to the word. So it's not a get rich quick scheme like MMM. Sorry if you are affected by MMM. All right, so the thing is, this is life. Many of us are not as lucky as others, and there are opportunities, and many of us are not ready to take use to make use of the opportunity. So in one way or the other, that is affecting sometimes our growth and sometimes how we evolve in the tech ecosystem. So sometimes many people can be learning for 3 months, and after the third month, you hear that they landed a job in a Fortune 500 company. Some people you add them after 6 months. Some people you add them after 1 year, 2 years. Some people 3 years before they get a real paying job in tech. But in that period of you waiting, what are you doing? So that when the time of the opportunity comes, will you be able to make use of the opportunity? Thank God, Anifa is here. Yeah, welcome back.
Hi. So sorry. Yeah, sorry about the background noise too. I'm on my way to an event. So what was I saying? So I was talking about community. So the thing is, it can't be stretched so far. What you throw into the universe. So I like to kind of like use this. What's the word? Um, should I say, kind of like a philosophy for my life, right? Whatever you throw into the universe will throw it back at you. So throw good into the universe gets good back. Throw bad, you get bad back. So literally, that's how the community works. You have to throw to be ready, be willing and ready to be a part of the community, for the community to work for you. Almost every single person that you meet, especially in the tech world, have made endless. You get opportunities. There's some people that they want to learn front end or UI just started for accruing a lot of experience that you're going to add to your CV and things like that. But a community gives you opportunities like courses. You don't miss out on information that if you're alone that you wouldn't naturally get. When you're with the community, they don't tell you that no, don't do this course. So that course is not it's not complete or something. Do this one instead. Because some people have already tried it out. Now those are opportunities. If you are within the community, you also get access to resources, opportunities to be able to learn, to be able to also. So I mentioned, adding stuff to your CV experiences, things like community challenges. So there's this thing that's Ingressive for Good that we always try to do. Not only do we give you access to free resources, free courses, we also try to make sure that you get to use those courses to be able to build your CV. So that's why you see things like 30 days of challenge, or you see our quarterly challenges, or sometimes just like random things that you don't get to an opportunity to do if you're not within the community. um, One of those things that you can also give back for the community to work for you is to give feedback when we ask for feedback, right? It's not easy managing thousands and thousands of people. It's not easy managing even just hundreds of people, and a lot of the time we sit back and we're like, okay, it's time to listen to you. but we always listen to you, obviously. But like, it's time to kind of like get feedback. We want to hear from you, share your success stories, things like that. And then it starts to become difficult because we don't understand what's going on in your lives, and we want to know to be able to accrue more programs for you better. So things like that. When we ask for feedback, kindly give us feedback. And even when we don't ask, give it to us. Push. I love people that respond to emails. I love people that respond to our newsletters. People that just like kind of like just come to our DMs and tell us about success stories. They just got a job. They just got success stories. They just got a job. Things like that help us to learn what's working better. Be able to know what how best to give the community, how best to work for the community and things like that. So yeah, I guess whatever it is the community from point A to point B or from point A to point Z, depending. So I want you to write down now what's what's your goal for joining the I4G Abuja community? What's your goal for being a member of the Ingressive For Good larger community? What do you want to achieve from being a part of this community? Write it out. Like write out like this is my goal and this is the community that will get me there. If it's not working for you, find out what will work for you. So go ahead, write it out. What is working for you? What's not working for you? What do you want to get from the community? And what are you also willing to give to the community? I know that when I started, I knew that the community was going to take me from being an intern to being somebody. I didn't know what the position, but being an intern to being somebody important in the community. And it took me less than 5 years, like way less than 5 years, to move from an intern to the manager at Ingressive. So it's up to you to define and determine how much work you want to put into the community and how much work you want to put into yourself, because at the end of the day they're both they're in the same pod. You work more on yourself, you work on the community, community will work on you as well, and whatever you reap the fruit of your labor basically. So yeah, let me see if there are any questions. Anybody wants to share anything, like you just want to tell me your name, I'm happy to hear, I'm happy to listen, please. Yeah, go ahead, Akman.
Hi, Hanifa. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, guys. My name is Victor Akman, and I am a tech clarity coach. I'm also a growth marketer and a product designer too. So, what I do as a tech clarity coach, because from starting I started without a community, right? And it was really difficult for me. So, and I know that there are so many other tech enthusiasts out there that are looking to transition into tech, but then they're finding it difficult because they don't even know. First of all, they don't even know what community is all about, or if there are communities out there. So, I was in the tech hub in Abuja a few weeks ago, and one of the tutors there, asked me if I knew any tech community in Abuja that he could recommend the students to. So you see, even a tech tutor doesn't even know communities, right? So I started explaining to him that, well, most times tech communities are not really physical communities, right? They are always virtual, right? So you need to join the virtual community. From there, you'd have meetups where you can meet one another, and then hangouts like that, like what we had with I4G. So what I do as a tech clarity coach is I help tech enthusiasts, the ones who do not have any background in tech, or if they are beginners, they are intermediate or experts, I help them transition faster into tech, build profitable tech careers by guiding them on what they need to do, putting their portfolio in place, their CVs, joining tech programs or boot camps like in I4G. And then also for those who want to for experts in tech ecosystem who want to build startups, I help them with what they need to do to launch a scalable startup. That's what I do. Thank you. Can you hear me? Can someone hear me?
Yes, Akpan, we can hear you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Hanifa, you're muted if you're speaking.
Yeah, maybe she had something come up. That's why she's not talking yet. Um so So yeah, I don't know if there's any other person who has anything to say or has any other questions to ask. Hi Onyekachi, welcome. Well, okay, in the absence of no questions or um anything, um Kamal, are you ready to speak with us now?
Yeah, thank you so much. Quite ready. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, please, I'm lost. Kindly bring me up to speed because I was driving initially, so I couldn't hear some of the conversation.
Okay, Hanifa talked about the importance of belonging to a community and how a community can help you grow in your tech journey. Yeah, then we had Akman also say something of how vital it is to have a community and how best to harness a community. And that's basically it.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much. It's a good.
So yeah, come out to had to do something. I don't know, maybe he's busy as well. Yeah, so I would just handle or do what I can do or say what I can say pending when they get back. So in essence, what we have been trying to say since is um we really just started the Abuja city, or we really just trying to push physical events now. Hi Bello, sorry, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Um, Hanifa made mention of,
Yeah,
hello?
yeah. Please go on, below.
All right. Hanifa made mention of giving back to the
That's
community and
me,
like,
like,
yes, and like, for example, I have never been with the community and I really don't know how it works. I've been a lone ranger. Sorry about that. I've been a lone ranger. I prefer to, walk in the corner of my office, get things done and, pass it around. But uh, like what she said, I see a kind of light in being part of a community. And I also want you to enlighten us on how we can be an active member to this community because I'm actually new in tech. I've been in business. I studied business administration and currently on my MBA. And currently trying to transition into the tech world. And so I'm starting with data analysis. So I want to be an active member of this I4G series. Thank you so much.
Okay, Bello, thank you so much. We would love to have you. Kamal wants to say something, so let him go.
all right, guys. Thank you so much for organizing this amazing show. It's a nice one. So what I want to say is that building a community sometimes is quite inspiring. At first, it will be a very, 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 very uh, bit of a challenge because you wonder how you want to go forward or how you want to stay um, relevant, and at the same time you still think about bringing different set of people together. How do you bring this set of people together? How do you make them stay committed in this community? And as well, how did you identify some of the relevant resources they will need to grow and scale up their career? So I would just use myself as an example how I get started with community building. Maybe it will inspires some of you in here. So I started as a mere attendee, like I was just trying to seek knowledge, and I don't know how things would eventually work. I don't know.
Work, but I was just working my way up, trying to do different things before I jammed some few friends at my workplace. So as at that time, I was just, attending different events, seeing how some people are inspired to do things. But at the same time, I just want to deliver. I learn in the on the process. I mingle with some few people. I network and connect with them afterward. So at some point, I asked some questions about how this is done. Did you guys have a template for it and things like that? But I was able to get some information on how to set up a new community. So I'll be sharing some of the tips on getting started as a community member, what your path needs to be, and what the part of the organizers needs to be. So I always say something which is seeking knowledge. Knowledge is the first key thing. Knowledge is the first key thing. You need to know what your community needs. So if it's a technical community, definitely you, the organizers, you need to be relevant. You need to be up to date with the kind of knowledge your community needs. So it means you need to do enough research to bring yourself up to speed about what is latest in the tech trend. Then another thing is have a purpose. Like you don't just start anything without any purpose. So as a community organizer, you need to define your purpose clearly before you start. And even if you are attendee or a member of a community, the purpose of joining your community as well should be one of the paramount thing for you. You should you should specify your purpose and it must be clear. Sometimes it is good to write your purpose on a white sheet of paper, put it somewhere in your around the corner of your room so that you get to see it and get familiar with it each and every day. So you don't just do things for doing sake. You want to achieve something with it, and that is why the purpose comes in. Another thing for organizers starting up a new community is metrics. Metrics is very important. You need to know where your community at a certain stage, and you need to be able to identify where it needs to be at some another stage. So you need, in that regard, it means when you are starting up a new community, you need to be sure of, oh, what's my community goal is and how do I achieve some certain metrics to get to that attainable position. So that's that about metrics. And the last one I will just dish out is be accountable. Either you are a member of a community or you are an organizer of a community. Be accountable. Accountability is key towards anything, and it's directly connected with a metrics. So it helps you to identify and determine what next for your community. So at first it will be a very, 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 it will look convincing because sometimes you won't even have a clear roadmap. So you discover the roadmap along the line. So try and identify um, your purpose, find the goals, and identify your metrics measure to identify if you are making progress with your community or not. And for the members, don't be a parasite, taking all the time. So you two should be um, like up to date with some of the things so that you can help the organizers push forward. Members move to the position of organizers if they are actively contributing well. All right, thank you so much for your time. I'm so sorry I won't be able to stay long on this call. Yeah, thank you. Have a good time.
Okay, thank you so much, Kamal. Thank you. Um, Bello, I don't know. Does that answer your question? Were you able to get an answer to your question? You still need someone else to say something.
Yeah. He was able to convince me to the expectation. So thank you, Kamal. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, guys. So basically, like I was saying earlier on, we are starting the Abuja City community fully. So we are going to be doing a lot of test running. Earlier on, we sent a form, yeah, so that we can know what kind of events you guys look forward to. We're going to just be trying a lot of things for the start to know what suits our community members, what they would like or what they want. Then we will need your support too. We cannot do it alone. Normally, community events are mostly free. Yeah, so don't even think we are going to ask you for money. Nobody's asking you for money now, but support goes way beyond money. We need you to attend these events. We need you to contribute. We need you to relate. Take me for example. I do not know lots of things in tech because I'm a beginner like most of us here. But there are some people who I know that are really into it. Some people who are experts or to a large extent. So when we have community members who are beginners like me ask questions and the answer to this question, you can help, you can guide, you can direct, please do so. Please help. That's what a community is there for, to offer help, to offer assistance. So when you can, I'm begging, please help one another. When you can, please network with one another. You don't know who we have in this community, or you don't know who is who. So that tomorrow, let me stop there. Then another thing is by being cautious and nice to everybody in the community. I would really hate to see someone start insulting another person, maybe in the group chat, or someone, having issues or something. I believe we are all matured, we are adults. I don't think we have anybody less than 15 years in the community. But even if we do, you should learn to talk to people with respect. You should learn to talk to people kindly. Everybody doesn't know what you know. So that someone is asking you something doesn't mean the person is dumb or the person is not smart. The person just wants to know. So please, in a situation where you can help, where you can teach, please do so with love and kindness. I believe that's why we are here. Then when we organize events, please try and show up, invite people. It's normally free. It is always free, not even normally, it's always free. So please, when we organize events, try and show up. When we send out surveys, please try and respond. When we ask questions, please try and respond. When we try to do something, because we're even thinking of doing like normally in the general Ingressive For Good community, they do book reviews. Yeah, so we're trying to do something like that amongst our own community. So when we bring up events like this, please try and show up. Please. We will share scholarships, we will share resources, we will share lots of things. But in your own way too, please try and show up for us. That is what we are here for. We are here to connect with everybody. I'm here to learn from you. You're here to learn from me. We're here to relate with everybody. Show up for events, please. Then we on days when we do not organize events ourselves, we will partner with organizations that are hosting events that are beneficial to the community. We will partner with them, and then please show up for those events too, like Phil conference that is coming up next Saturday. I don't know how many people have registered for field conference. So I don't know why people have not registered. It is free, it is very educative, and then you will get to meet lots of people to network with, to grow your knowledge. So I don't know why people have not registered. Because if you have not registered, register. Because I would love to see lots of you there that day. That is for me now. I don't know if Ayo wants to say anything or if any other person wants to say anything, but always reach out to anybody in the group if you have questions. But please don't go and be a pest. I not because you say Kelechi said you should reach out, you then go and you the one you say so say you have that answer you call the person 50 times to reply to you. Please don't pester people. Don't start going to people's DM to send funny things, or please don't do that. Just you know what to do. Please do what is right at all times. Thank you, everybody. Does any other person want to say anything? Does anybody want to ask anything? I don't know. Yeah, Akman, please go ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Kelechi, for that. Um, Speaking of asking questions, right, on the group, we now have a WhatsApp group. We're all different in our own ways. Some are really, really introverted, some are extroverted, right? So we might not really expect everyone to be bold enough to come up and ask questions. Some are shy, right, of asking questions. It's okay to be shy, right? It's okay to be an introvert. But then if you have a problem, you could reach out to the admin if you don't want to ask on the group, right? Ask the admin to ask the question on the group, right? So you can get your problem solved. Don't be quiet, because if you are quiet, you lose out. You miss out on so many community opportunities, right? One person could just be the person you need to respond to your question and help you move forward in your tech career. While you are in a community as a tech talent is to help you build your tech career and then grow, ask for help, get the issues you have on your way out of the way. That's why you're in the community. So if you're shy enough to ask on the group, please ask the admins. I think Kelechi is an admin, Ayo is an admin. I don't know the other admins, I just know both of them. Right. So just ask on the group, ask the admins, right? And then I want to ask a question, Kelechi. Apart from the events, what's the frequency like? How are you going to be hosting this kind of events, virtual and physical events?
Okay, so for now we are starting up, so we have really not decided how often these events will be, but yeah, we have list of events coming up soon. We are looking at once monthly for a start, and they will not all be physical events. Please, we are going to be mixing them. There are some that will be physical, there are some that will be virtual, so that we can always have access to this event. We are still trying to plan and look into it. It's going to be, for a start, I know it's going to be once monthly. So it might either be a virtual event monthly or a physical event monthly for a start. Then we would know what the community, like, we'll get feedback from people, we'll know how to progress from there. Because we cannot just stay and be planning events without knowing what people want. We'll plan what the community wants and follow with what the community needs. That's
Awesome. Thank you so much for responding. Why I asked that question is because we can't just stay mute without having anything going on the WhatsApp group, right? Until the next event, waiting for the next event, right? So I think I have some ideas I could share, right? I don't know if it makes sense, but in between, before we get to the next event date, I think stuff we could do is ask people to submit. Could have like a form, a survey form where people submit event topics that they would like us to um, talk about, right? So, or topics would be like us to talk about during our event. So that would actually help us know the kind of events we could host rather. And then another thing we could do is have a day, because we're using WhatsApp, it might be difficult, right? But if we're using something like Discord or Slack, where we have like a channel, different channels where they can go and ask questions, right? Ask for help in your tech career, or maybe get general advice on something, or maybe post your work and ask people to, give feedback, or maybe a channel where you could go get mentorship support, or a channel where you could go promote what you and your portfolio, and then you also get feedback too. And then a channel where people could actually share job opportunities, right, for people who are looking for jobs. And then also a channel where you could find someone to collaborate with you on something. I don't know if that makes sense. But
Yes.
we could try that on WhatsApp, since we are just on WhatsApp for now, and see how it goes. Maybe we could fix one day for job opportunities, one day to ask for help, one day to get mentorship, one day to get feedback on your on what you're working on, one day for submitting topics, right, for the next event. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, yes it does, Akman. Thank you so much. In the form we sent earlier on, we asked what kind of events would you be looking forward to. Yeah, I don't know how many people have filled the form already, but if you have not, please do so. I would send it again in the group after this call. If you have not filled the form, please do so. We need to know what you want. We need to tailor our events to suit you or to suit the community at large. So please reply to the survey. And then thank you so much, Akman. We have taken note of what you've said and we'll work towards that and then we'll go from there. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Um okay. Hanifa, do you still have something to say? Okay, Aya
Hi,
is moving.
I'm not sure. I guess I literally have just been jumping in and out because of bad network and calls. But yeah, I'm just really happy that this has taken shape. Personally, for me and then for the company, for Ingressive for Good as well. We've always wanted to, have communities not just per circle but also per campus, but also per city. So this is the first of its kind, and a big kudos to Ayodele as well. I think he's doing really amazing, and I love that the team around him as well are also being as supportive as ever. So I know that the community would turn out great. And yeah, so y'all should be patient. I'm sure they have like a lot of stuff for you. And I know you mentioned the platform as well. I think we're working on a platform from the Ingressive for Good side to be able to cater to things like this. So yeah, y'all are amazing. So thank you for having me.
Okay, Hanifa, thank you so much. Ayo, please go ahead. Speak to us, boss.
For what you just called me lastly, I'll send you a sticker regarding that. So don't call. Stop it. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining. It's really amazing seeing you all virtually, and we hope we will be getting to know each uh getting to know ourselves more better physically as well as organizing physical events. So please make sure you are attending, no matter how far the distance is. This is a community. Sometimes we have to strive to get the venue, and it's not easy, and it's free. So please just try to attend. Okay, so one other thing I would like to share is in the community, even though you are an introvert, please tell us what you are working on. Let us know, because if a time comes, the day of reckoning comes, and there's a need for somebody, how will we be able to know that you can do this or you've worked on this if we have not seen what you've done before? So one of the things that you can benefit from community is recommendation. In community, people recommend people that they've not even seen before or met before, and they vouch for them. Why? Just because they belong to a particular community and they've seen what they've worked on before. So, uh, if you're working on, either you're a data scientist, you're working on a dashboard, if you're in the group, the I4G group, sometimes you can post a link about your dashboard. You may not know who is looking at your dashboard. Maybe they like it, they like what you worked on, and they saw that you really did an amazing work there. Now they put your name in their hearts, even though they forgot. The day the person needs somebody, they will quickly remind that they saw somebody in the community that does something like that. So always show your work. If you can't post it on Instagram, or sorry, I say Instagram, on Twitter, you can be posting in the community. Let people in the community know what you are doing. Now, if anybody hear your name, what can they say about you? Like, people just hearing Ayodele, what will be the first thing that comes to their mind if they don't really know what you are into? So as you are learning and you are building, show your work in the community. Let people know that you are doing this. So, and also network. The power of community is network. So even though you are an introvert, just even if it is just one or two person, try to network with them and try to have a good rapport. Somebody can talk for you. I don't know if you know this my mentor, Prosper Otemuiwa. he wrote an article sometimes back and said, "Who is talking on your behalf?" Now, in tech, most of the thing that works for people, for startups, for entrepreneurs, especially tech, is that somebody who is speaking on your behalf. So you may not be there, and maybe somebody needs a skill that Kelechi has. I have worked with Kelechi. I have known how she's so diligent with any task you attach to her. If there's a need for somebody that needs Kelechi, I can quickly vouch for her. I also know Mohammed. I know his skill, his expertise, and I have been able to work with him on a couple projects, and I've seen what he has been able to deliver. So when there's a need for me to use to bring him out, it will be very easy for me because I can always thank you, Mohammed. That is the article speaking on your behalf. So I can be able to just say, yeah, this person is there, and you just get a call, and you won't even do interview. I've had series of people that I just recommend them for a job. They did it without getting interview, without doing any of that thing, just because I recommended them. But please, even though you have been recommended, please don't fall our hand. I beg. I don't know if you see this going out video about one Victor, UI designer, and Victor trying to bully themselves, violence. So please don't follow our hands when we recommend you. Please don't follow our hand. And also, aside who's talking on your behalf, the what's on my head again? One other thing I'll talk about is um it has escaped my mind. Once I remember, I'll just type it out. So please and please, let's join us together and make sure this becomes a success. This is just the beginning. There are lots that we can achieve together if we are one. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ayo. Razak wants to say something. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the wonderful setup. What I would just like to say is I think it's also key, like in addition to what everybody has said, let's know what we do to what we are capable of. Okay, I'm into this, I do this, I'm a guru in this, I'm a starter in this. Then I think that will also help us to link up with each other in terms of collaborating. Maybe I have a project I'm working on and I need help, say in the community. If I know I have so persons who is experiencing this in the community, I can easily post it to the community that okay guys, I'm stuck at this and all of that. That's just what I wanted to say.
Okay, Razak. For now, I don't know if we can still take introductions here because someone might forget this person is this or this person is that. But in the group chat, yeah, you can go ahead and introduce yourself and then say what you do because we are majorly beginners here. So you would find about 4, 5, 6 people doing the same thing. So it's best to collaborate with all these people because you never can tell who is who. So in the group chat, yes, there's provision for that in the group chat. Please introduce yourself, connect to people, even outside the group chat. You can say, like, if you form meaningful relationships in the group chat, you can take it outside and continue and say, okay, oh, I'm this, I'm this. I would like to know you more. You don't know, things can spring up from that. So yeah, Mohammed wants to say something. Please, Mohammed.
Good morning. Thank you, everyone that's said something one way or the other. I've actually benefited a lot from what has been said. I just want to add two things. The first is what Ayo posted on the chat about not stopping at saying hi. It no one has the time these days to start responding from scratch. That's when you send hi to someone, person send you message back. You need to state clearly what you want from that person. So in the case of a community, because community is a place where you find diverse person, you want to always state why you're dropping your message. You there's one thing we failed to do, especially in this part of the world, is asking for help. It's not a crime to ask for help. So when we go to someone's DM or come to the community, let's try to are Christian, let's try to ask for help as often as possible. Introvert, extrovert, whatsoever you fall into, asking for Christian is not a characteristic of, it's not something that defines which you are. Then the other is taking advantage of your venue, taking advantage of where you are. We are in a community as a family, I4G Abuja. Some of us are not currently in Abuja, but someone would definitely need to speak on your behalf on something, and they need to see what you've been doing. So you need to sell yourself. And how do you do that? You, if you're good with writing, write, post it on the group, as long as it doesn't break any of the group, the rules of the group. You post it there, you get feedback, and that feedback helps to improve you. So please, let's message people with purpose, and let's take advantage of where we are, the community and our environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Muhammad. So I've been here introvert. Me, I'm an introvert. If you're an introvert, so please come and ask me. I will help you and ask somebody that I know will know. Yeah, or I will help you. I'll help refer you to somebody that might most likely have an answer to you. Joking a bit, so, but yeah, that's beside. In the absence of anybody having any other thing to say, I don't know. Does any other person wants to say something or ask something? Anybody? Yeah, okay. So I talked about Phil conference and an event that's coming up on Saturday. I'm having Phil conference because I don't know how many people here have registered, and I don't know why. Ayo will just explain what Phil conference is to us briefly so that people will know you need to attend. In fact, that day I'll be looking for people. If I do not, okay, I don't know the faces of plenty people, but then again, I would I'll mark more on attendance. I'll say, we full from I4G came home, and then I will then know what to do to those people afterwards. But please try and show up. I beg of you. It's on a Saturday. I don't know. I know many people do not work on Saturdays. Yeah, many people do not work on Saturdays. But even if you do, just clear out time. It's for like at most 3 hours. Yeah, it wouldn't exceed that. Or almost 4 hours. 4 hours is not too much to spare for what you'll be gaining. Yeah, and we have lots of speakers, amazing speakers. I mean, Blessing is one of the speakers that day, and some other plenty intelligent people that you don't want to miss. So please show up. It's free to attend. You just have to register. I'll still drop the link again. I'll still drop the link again afterwards. Mohammed, CVC Wahala, which food? Don't worry, there's going to be food. Come and eat. There's going to be
Food
food.
is man's basic problem. Oh.
No, there's going to be food, Mohammed. Ayo, please explain in simple terms what field conference is. Where's Ayo?
All right, so thank you. So yeah, there might be food. Okay, so even if it is gari, cassava, or ewa, food is food. Okay, so we've been hearing about failures all the time. Many people that are successful entrepreneurs, people that will know we are looking forward to as maybe a leader in the tech ecosystem. They only share to us their success, how they attain the success, without them telling us the struggles they put into work before they became successful. So we don't want to be hearing that, okay, after 4 years I became this, I'm now this, I'm not having this, I can now pursue this. We want to hear the struggle that you put into work before you became what you became. So it is about them sharing the struggles behind their success. So that is what we want to hear, and that is why we target a failed conference. It's not about failure, but learning from failures of people and using that to trigger or to catapult yourself to the to your desired goal or objective. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ayo. So in addition to what Ayo said, come and learn from people's experience because they say experience is the best teacher. These people have tried, they have failed, tried again, failed, and then tried and succeeded. So they know it's just like saying, okay, me, I've gone on this path. I know there's a gutter here. I know there's a gutter there, and I know there's a gutter this other place. If you ask me, I'll be able to point you in the direction. Don't go into that place. But if you go on your own, you will go and you fall inside that gutter. Yeah. So this is what this is like. They're just going to help you guide you, steer you in the right path since they have gone and experienced it. So yeah, this is all we have for today. It's supposed to be a one introduction call so that you will know how to make the most of the community we are building. And it was so amazing to have all of you here. I like to see people, I like to talk to people, I like to relate to people. Yeah, and I look forward to meeting all of you physically in our events that are going to be coming up. Please, you should help me and help the community and show up so that I'll see people I will talk to that day. I like to talk. Um, that being said, thank you all so much for coming through for us today. We love you and then we appreciate you. That will be all for today. We look forward to doing this with you next time. Yeah, please show up. I beg you. I'm happy show up because I would cry if we go the extra mile to plan an event and nobody shows up. I'll just see that I'll be crying. Please, let's try and show up. Thank you so much, everybody. The record of this meeting will be available sometime soon. Yeah, and then I'll still share the Google form so that you can fill it and tell us what kind of event you look forward to so that we can tailor events that suits your purpose. Then I'll also share the link to the fail conference so that you will register and attend. Don't just register, but please register and attend. In fact, the first person I'll see that day that will say hi to me at fail conference, I'll give the person something. Yeah. Except Ayo Mohammed. But every other person that I see that says hi first, I'll give the person something. So please try and register and attend. Thank you guys so much. It was so nice to hear from every other person. Thank you to everybody that contributed. Akman, Goody, Bello. Thank you guys so much. Bye.